The loud crash from the dining room shook the entire mansion. Plates scattered, glass shattered, and voices rose in panic. Enough. Mr. Adedeo's deep voice echoed through the marble hall. His eyes, cold but tired, darted between the three maids standing before him, Titi, Amora, and Chika. Titi's eyes glimmered with guilt, Amora folded her arms in pride, while Chika stood quietly, her gaze fixed on the ground. She wasn't part of the fight, but somehow she was always dragged into their mess. I'm not the one who pushed the plate. Titi shouted. Amora started it. Amora hissed, you this village girl, you think you can lie against me? I beg, shut up. Enough. Adedeo backed again. You're all here to walk, not fight like children. The gateman, Baba Musa, watched quietly from the corner, his wrinkled face calm but his eyes sharp. He'd seen everything, every secret whisper, every jealous glance, every little plan behind those pretty faces. When Mr. Adedeo walked away, Baba Musa approached Chika. My daughter, he said softly, keep your heart clean. These walls have eyes and ears. Chika nodded. Thank you, Baba. I know they follow them fight. I just want peace. That night, as rain poured over the city, Adedeo sat alone in his study. He stared at the photo on his desk, his late mother's smile, the only woman who'd ever truly loved him. He sighed. Is it possible to find love again, or is everyone after my money? He didn't know that love was already working its way into his life, quietly, through the one woman who never tried to impress him. The next morning, the mansion buzzed again. The maids lined up in the kitchen as the chef shouted orders. The aroma of fried plantain filled the air. Madam Amora, I beg pass me that spoon. Chika called, smiling politely. Amora rolled her eyes. So you can get close to Oga, ABI. Chika froze. Huh. Wetin you mean by that one? Titi giggled from behind. Their voices drew Mr. Adedeo from upstairs. What's going on? Amora folded her arms dramatically. Sir, Chika was careless. She nearly burned the house. Adedeo turned to Chika. Is that true? No, sir, she said quickly, panic in her eyes. I didn't even. But before she could finish, Baba Musa appeared from the back door, holding a small phone in his hand. Oga, I get something where you go see, he said. He played a short video, recorded from the backyard camera. It showed Amora sneaking into the kitchen at dawn, turning up the oven, and smiling to herself. Silence. Titi gasped. Amora. You did that. Adedeo's voice was cold. Pack your things. You're fired. Amora froze, her pride melting into shame. Sir, please, I can explain. Out, he said firmly. Now. As the gate closed behind her, Chika turned to Baba Musa. Thank you, Baba. You saved me. He smiled. No truth save you, my daughter. Keep being who you be. That day, Adedeo watched Chika closely, her calmness, her humility. And though he didn't say it aloud, something began to soften in him. That evening, as rain fell again, Chika stood at the balcony cleaning the glass rail. Her eyes wandered over the city lights. Adedeo approached quietly. You like Abuja at night? She jumped a little, surprised. Oh. Sir, you scare me small. He chuckled. Sorry about that. You seem lost in thought. I just dey think, she said softly. Sometimes life no easy, but we still dey try. He smiled. You're a strong woman, Chika. Her eyes met his, just for a second, but it felt like time stopped. Then she quickly looked away. Let me finish my work, sir. As she walked away, Adedeo's heart thumped in a way it hadn't in years. Later that week, Titi began to grow restless. With Amora gone, she thought her chances would increase. But Chika's quiet presence made her nervous. One afternoon, she went to Adideo's office with a tray of juice. "Sir," she said, smiling sweetly, "you work too hard. Take small rest." "Thank you," he replied politely, eyes still on his laptop. She leaned closer, pretending to dust the table, but he quickly stood up. "That's enough, Titi." The rejection stung. "Sir, don't you like me?" she blurted. He looked at her calmly. "Titi, I appreciate your work, but that's where it ends." Titi's smile faded. "So it's Chika, and that one way they form holy." "Enough," he said sharply. "Leave my office." Titi's eyes filled with tears, but anger burned behind them. She left, slamming the door. Outside, Baba Musa saw her storming away and muttered, "Trouble they come again." That night, Titi went into Chika's room while she slept. She searched her drawer, her clothes, her handbag, until she found something that could ruin her. It was a letter, an old one, from Chika's ex-boyfriend who had once worked in one of Adideo's companies. The letter mentioned money he owed and a promise that he'd return for her. Titi grinned wickedly. Perfect. By morning, the whole mansion would hear about Chika's secret lover. At breakfast, the tension was thick. Titi stood beside Adideo's chair. "Sir," she said loudly, "you need to know something before that girl deceive you." Adideo frowned. "What are you talking about?" Titi waved the letter. "She gets man already. And he won't use her collect your money." Everyone gasped. Chika's eyes widened. "Titi, where you see that?" "From your drawer." Adideo stood up slowly. "Is this true, Chika?" Tears filled her eyes. "Yes, sir. I knew him before I came here, but he's gone. He left long ago. I didn't hide it for evil, sir, I just didn't want." Her voice broke. Before Adideo could respond, Baba Musa stepped in again. "Oga, no be everything wey look like truth be truth. That letter old past 2 years." He handed Adideo a photo of Chika's ex, taken months ago in Ghana, happily married. Adideo sighed deeply. "Titi, you're done here." "No, sir, please," she cried, falling to her knees. But his decision was final. When Titi left that afternoon, the mansion grew quiet again, only Chika and the cook remained. And somewhere deep inside, love began to breathe freely again. Days passed peacefully after Titi's departure. The mansion finally felt calm again. One morning, the cook fell sick, and Chika had to take charge in the kitchen. She tied her apron tightly and got to work. The smell of jollof rice filled the air, and she hummed softly while stirring. Adideo walked in, surprised. "You cook too?" She smiled shyly. "Yes, sir. No, my mama teach me. I know sabi big grandma like you, but I sabi kitchen work well." He chuckled. "Big grandma doesn't cook good food, Chika." They both laughed, and for the first time, she saw him not as a billionaire, but as a man, a lonely man with kind eyes. As he tasted the food, his eyes lit up. "This is perfect." Chika laughed. "Oh. Oga, you sure say you know they flatter me." "I don't flatter," he replied softly. "I only tell the truth." Their eyes met again, and something silent passed between them, the kind of thing words can't explain. But as the saying goes, peace never lasts long in a house full of secrets. That evening, Baba Musa sat outside polishing his old radio when a black car stopped near the gate. A man stepped out, wearing a dark suit and a knowing smile. "Good evening, old man," he said. "Is this Adideo's house?" "Yes, but Oga no dey see visitor without appointment." The man smirked. "He'll want to see me. Tell him Beo is here." When Adideo heard the name, his expression changed. "Beo. My cousin." Moments later, the two men met in the living room. "Oh, Deo!" Beo exclaimed, hugging him tightly. "Long time, brother." "Very long," Adideo said, forcing a smile. "What brings you to Abuja?" Beo grinned. "Business, of course. And maybe some family talk." Chika passed by, and Beo's eyes followed her. "You've got good taste in stuff," he said slyly. Adideo frowned. "She's my maid, Beo. Be respectful." Beo raised his hands. "Relax, cousin. Just saying hello." But Baba Musa, standing by the door, didn't like the look in Beo's eyes. Something about that man spelled trouble. Over the next few days, Beo became a frequent visitor. He asked too many questions about the house, the business, and even Chika. One afternoon, he caught her alone near the garden. "You're Chika, right? You're very pretty. Tell me, how long have you worked here?" She frowned. "Almost 1 year. Anything where you want talk, I beg talk to Oga." He smiled. "Oh, don't be shy. I can make your life better, money, clothes, comfort." Chika took a step back. "I no be that kind woman, sir. I beg, respect yourself." Then she walked away, leaving him embarrassed. Later that night, Beo met Adideo in the study. "You've got a strong maid there," he said, pretending to laugh. "But watch her, cousin. She's clever. Girls like that can fool even you." Adideo frowned. "What are you implying?" "Just saying, don't mix business with emotion." Those words planted a tiny seed of doubt in Adideo's heart. A week later, Chika noticed Adideo had grown distant. He no longer smiled easily or talked much during breakfast. One night, she gathered courage and knocked on his study door. "Come in," he said coldly. "Sir," she began softly, "if I do something wrong, I beg forgive me." He looked up. "You've done nothing wrong. Then why you dey look me like stranger?" He sighed, setting his pen down. "People talk, Chika. I just need to think clearly." Tears welled in her eyes. "So because people talk, you go forget who I be?" Her voice trembled, but her words were strong. "Sir, I no get anything to hide. I no come here for money. I come here for peace. If my presence dey disturb I fit go." Her words cut deep. Adideo stood, heart heavy. "No, Chika, don't go." He took a step closer, his voice soft now. "I've been afraid of trusting people. But you're different." Their eyes met again, and this time, neither looked away. The next morning, Baba Musa smiled knowingly as he saw them walking together in the garden. He muttered. Finally, love don't start small. But trouble was brewing again. Beo had been stealing files from Adideo's office, planning to sell them to a rival company. And when he realized Chika had seen him the night before, his smile turned to danger. That evening, as the sun dipped behind the Abuja hills, Beo cornered her near the backyard. "If you open your mouth about what you saw," he hissed, "you regret it." Chika stared at him bravely. "I know they fear you." He raised his hand as if to slap her, but a strong voice came from behind. "Touch her and you'll regret it yourself." It was Adideo. Beo froze. "So, you're spying on me now?" "I should have known you never changed," Adideo said calmly. "You're finished, Beo." Beo sneered and walked out, defeated, but his eyes promised revenge. Chika trembled slightly, but Adideo held her hand. "You're safe now. I promise." And for the first time, she felt it, the warmth of love she'd been too afraid to believe in. The next few days felt tense in the mansion. Everyone walked quietly, as if afraid to breathe too loud. Beo had left, but his shadow still lingered. Adideo spent long hours in his office, reviewing documents, calling lawyers, and tightening security. He discovered that Beo had been leaking confidential files for months, a betrayal deeper than blood. Meanwhile, Chika kept her distance. She didn't want to interfere with his pain, but each time she passed his office door, her heart ached for him. One night, Baba Musa found her sitting outside under the mango tree. "My daughter," he said gently, "love no dey easy. But if it true, it go stand fire." Chika sighed. "Baba, I no even know if him still trust me. Since that Beo matter, Oga just stay quiet." Baba Musa smiled. "Leave him small. Men like him, their heart strong for outside but soft for inside." Chika chuckled softly. "Not true talk be that." At that moment, the study window opened upstairs. Adideo stood there, watching them in silence. He could hear their voices, and for the first time in days, a faint smile touched his lips. The following morning, Adideo called everyone to the living room. His voice was calm but serious. "I want to thank you all," he began. "These past weeks have shown me who is real and who is not. Some came here pretending to serve, others came with clean hearts." He turned toward Chika. "Chika, please step forward." Her heart pounded as she walked up, confused. He smiled faintly. "From today, you're no longer a maid in this house." Everyone gasped. Chika's eyes widened. "Sir, I'm promoting you to head of household management, and my personal assistant." "Oh. Sir, this one no big thing, oh," she exclaimed, shocked. He laughed. "You've earned it." But what no one knew was that Adideo had bigger plans. He wanted her close, not just as an assistant, but as the woman who had stolen his guarded heart. Weeks turned into months. The house returned to peace. Beo was arrested after the police traced stolen documents to his name, and Adideo's businesses flourished again. Chika grew more confident in her new role, organizing meetings, preparing reports, and managing the mansion like a queen. Yet every time their hands brushed or their eyes met, something deep stirred between them, a connection neither could deny anymore. One night, after a long day, Adideo invited her to the balcony for dinner. The city lights below sparkled like stars. "Chika," he began softly, "do you remember the first day I met you?" She smiled. "I remember, sir. I almost burned kitchen that day way Amora fight me." He laughed. "Yes. And even then, I saw something in you. Something pure." He took a breath. "I've met many people in my life, beautiful, smart, ambitious, but none like you. You remind me of what love is supposed to be." Her heart raced. "Sir, I don't know what to say." "Then don't say anything," he whispered. "Just listen." He reached into his pocket and brought out a small ring. "Chika, you've changed my life in ways I can't explain. Will you let me love you, truly, openly, forever?" Her eyes filled with tears. "Chai, Oga, you won't make me cry finish, oh." He smiled gently. "So, is that a yes?" She laughed through her tears. "No yes, sir. No big yes." Baba Musa watched from the hallway, grinning like a proud father. "Oh. I talk am. True love no dey hide." The mansion came alive again, laughter, music, joy. Even the cook, now healthy, danced in the kitchen. The next weekend, the news spread across Abuja, billionaire Adideo set to marry his former maid, Chika. Reporters filled the streets, and many whispered, "Love truly know no class." On the wedding day, Chika wore a simple white gown, her smile brighter than the sun. Adideo looked at her as if the world had paused just for them. When the priest said, "You may now kiss the bride," the hall erupted in cheers. "Oh!" Baba Musa shouted proudly. "I go from this day." That evening, as they sat by the garden, just the two of them, Adideo held her hand. "Chika," he said softly, "you've taught me that love isn't about what we have, but who we are." She smiled. And you show me say true man no be who get money, but who get good heart. They laughed, their voices melting into the quiet Abuja night. Above them, the stars shimmered, silent witnesses to a love that had survived lies, jealousy, and fear. And in the distance, Baba Musa's voice echoed from the gate. Love don't win at last. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and comment on this channel. And don't forget to hit the notification button to keep you updated for more interesting stories coming your way. Thanks for watching.